All right, we are live. Can you guys hear me? Mic check. We always have an issue with this stupid mic, so I'm gonna wait for it. Gotta get through an ad. There we go. We got it right now. We got it right now. You guys hear me pretty good? Make sure I don't got the mute button on. What's happening, everybody? First and foremost, I want to apologize for not being able to, haven't been live very often in the last month and a half, whatever. A lot of things, a lot of things going on. With the events and the racing and just unfortunate events to be honest with you. Last Sunday, of course, I was going to be live. I was actually going to, I had time to go live last week for the most part, but by the time we got the trailer and everything back in town, which you guys follow the channel know, we broke a couple axles bringing a foxbody home last Sunday, and then it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm not going to go live that late. You know what I mean? So it's good to see everybody. We got to just get caught up. We got, I did promise you guys a giveaway. So we'll talk about that here in a second. We're not going to do that today. I'm sorry. I want to be able to promote it a little bit more. And with the Motor City Fox Fest under our belt and Ford Takeover under our belt, we've got a lot of racing we're going to talk about this weekend, stuff that's going to happen here on the channel soon. And, we're going to, get caught up. So we're going to be talking about a lot tonight, as much as I can. First and foremost, I want to, thank you for joining. If you just now found the channel, consider subscribing to the channel. Check out the join button below, as we have a channel membership that supports the channel for us to do events, do things here on the channel, and everything stays here in the channel. So I do big shout out to the guys in green. They are my channel members. They support the channel every month. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for, joining the chat tonight. So, big shout out to my sponsors, Handler Motorsports, first and foremost, Tremec Transmission, McLeod Clutch, Stiflers, Team Z. So we might see that intermittently here and there. So give me a thumbs up when we back. I can actually follow it over here on the other channel. Okay. So I'm going to continue talking here. It's been a while. First and foremost, we have just gotten back from, give me a second here. Let me make sure that the quality, if it continues to be fuzzy, I don't know what's going on with this connection tonight, but I think it has something to do with the fact that it was fighting with Wi-Fi. So may have to reset the camera or whatever. But anyway, we just got back from Motor City Fox Fest up there in Michigan. So big shout to Handler Motorsports for running. He actually came over from Eastern PA, which even though he's in PA and I'm in Ohio, we're on completely different sides of the state. So I ended up this past week. I didn't really shoot a lot of footage, took a lot of pictures. I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Big shout out to Stiflers and NPD. Claire Stewart, Bill Butler, those folks that put this this event on. It was one event that you're definitely not going to want to miss. It's kind of nice because you call it a Motor City Fox Fest. You're right there at the headquarters. Everybody was well behaved and mannered because we're right there at the headquarters. And it was kind of like a different event. It was slated for 79 to 04 Fox chassis, so that's like everything involved with Ford there on the Fox chassis platform. SN95s, the Zephyrs, all of it, the new Edge, of course, our 4 Eyes, our Euro clips, all the foxbody chassis. So it's really, really, really good event. If it's one event that you can actually put on your calendar next year, it's definitely something to consider, and it's right there in Detroit. So it's kind of in the north area. So the people from Canada can come down, and the people from the East Coast, etc. So, the Midwest and stuff. So definitely an event that's really good. I went up there, like I said, with Hanlon Motorsports, ended up hanging out with him and Danny Watts from Dan Watts Racing all weekend. If you guys know who SVT Dan is, he's got the zinc yellow, the world's fastest IRS Cobra. Had a great time, guys. I mean, we hung out at the Tremec booth, with Mike Kidd and the Tremec guys with Gary and them. So unfortunately, for the event, it was really rainy. It did hold off quite a bit, as much as it could, but that you're going to have that, hopefully next year. I mean, that event would have been packed wall to wall had it not deterred, if there wasn't like a rain deterrent, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody, I think the event was actually fire, considering the fact that it rained for over half of it. So, and it rained pretty good too, like not just like a sprinkle or whatever. So yeah, we'll continue talking here about Fox City Motor Fest, people that was there. What's up, Adventures with Super Dave? I got a chance to talk to him, man. I appreciate you so much. He actually appreciate the super sticker for the monetization here. Super Dave, it always helps the channel. I do appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Hanlon in the house. Good to see you, my man. He actually just got home, guys. He ended up staying up here in Northeast Ohio, and we hung out and we took him to the dyno. He met the mad scientist and the machine shop. Put a face to the craziness that goes on here. Smurfit, what's going on? Smurfit Sandy's in the house. Good to see you, Smurfit Sandy. Noel Rivera, appreciate you coming in. What's up, Broken Tool Garage? Cousin Paul in the house. Good to see you, Cousin Paul. So tonight, I did want to make, we did get to see 417 Fox Mike Johnson. If you guys didn't see, I kind of clickbaited you guys a little bit this past week this weekend with a Coyote motor that was on the back of my white truck. That was not my motor. I kind of figured it would be a little bit funny, so I apologize if it wasn't, but I don't. It was funny. But the reason why I bring 417 Fox up is that motor was for him, and he ended up making us a hat. And if you guys notice, it's got little skinnies on it, so he made us a hat, and it's even got the SVO hood, so it's really cool. For him to make is a one-off hat. He made one for Brian Prince, Coyote 4i on Instagram. If you guys know who Brian Prince is, go follow him up. But good friend of mine. He ended up making the trip from Georgia, so got a chance to hang out with him a little bit. He got his own hat too. It was really cool. I mean, it's some good stuff, man. It's good stuff that 417's out there doing. He also made me a tumbler. It was pretty cool, or whatever, a little drink thing. So want to support the hustle, my man. So good to be back, though, for sure. Sorry that I haven't, been, like I said, it's just been an unfortunate round of events every Sunday. We did have the Ford Takeover Sunday that I couldn't stream because, I was traveling the whole time. And then I had the issue with my trailers. And it's just, I do apologize for not checking in more often. It's a little bit difficult during the week to try to go live, but, I like to surprise you guys and, like to stay on the schedule with Sundays, because I know I like to talk some foxbody shit on Sunday nights. You know what I mean? Just kind of relax and hang out. You know what I mean? So what's up, Carlos? Good to see you, my man. Boosted 931 in the house. I see, what is that? Al Capone right there in your picture, man. Welcome. What we got here? So you guys didn't notice. What do you guys think of the, we took the banner, the Tremec Stick Shift Shootout banner, and we kind of, the best of our abilities, kind of set it even in the door. But I mean, it's got a 4-degree bend in it just because it's, made for a windshield. But I thought that was pretty cool. We took a bunch of the stickers off of the. It was time for to usher in a new set of new set of stickers, and obviously those are most of my sponsors. And I think it looks good. I think the black car looks good, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I was really surprised on how shiny it shined up. I haven't paid my black car much attention, in a while. And, it's kind of like, when we're building these cars, you kind of like have to go through like a phase of like falling back in love with it. You know what I mean? And we talk about getting our shit off the jack stands, and I'm always pushing that. It's legitimately, it's no different with me than it is with you. I got a cheap turbo on there we found under a bench that I got to rebuild. And, it's like, as soon as I got the car back to a running status, it's just like I shined it up. It's patina, so it's like it's the original color of the car. So it's not perfect, by any means. And I'm okay with that. I'm literally not interested in painting my black car anymore. I'd like to maybe do a little bit of the rust fix. Maybe, there's a little spot right there in my wheel well right there I'd like to fix. But to be honest with you, I'd like to get the clear coat to stop peeling or whatever, but it's the original paint. It's shiny. It's nice. I'm going to leave it that way. Got a lot of compliments this past weekend with it. I'm just going to be honest with you. Would have brought the white car, but you guys know we blew a turbo up. And, a lot of people love that car. So I think I need to, we're doing the 387 very soon. So, I got another issue with the axle that we're going to rectify real quick. I think we need to make some passes in that car this year just to kind of give it a little shakedown and have a little bit of fun with it while we're racing with the white car up here, just kind of, that's where we're at. I mean, it's my full weight street car. I mean, the thing weighs 3,400 pounds. It's heavy, bro. We didn't take anything out. We still got a heater box in there that we don't even use. But anyways, you guys know we put a cheap turbo on there. So I did want to show you, I do like to, give off little sneak peeks of what's coming up on the channel. But, Ben at AGP Turbo, this is what a turbo rebuild kit kind of looks like. This is what we're going to be tackling this week with the black car, because I'm getting tired of when the turbo gets warm, it's starting to smoke. So it's a seal more than anything. But, these are 360 thrust bearings that are inside of a journal bearing turbo. A little piece here. Now, there's two of them. We'll see if these work. I don't know if these are going to work, but we're going to find out, right? So I mean, as soon as I told Ben over at AGP that I was going to have some issues, I have some issues with my turbo in the seal. He sent me this kit out to try to fix it. So, it's got a couple like little piston rings. These are what's bad in the back. So we'll find out if these actually work. You know what I mean? Ben's pretty good at AGP is pretty good at figuring out what I need as far as like housings and rebuilds and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see if the On 37875 with the AGP 127 housing, we'll see how well it works. Because we're going back to budget with the black car. We're going back to the 387 junkyard build, and I'm going to keep a little On 3 turbo on it. We're going to run the TKX record a little bit. I decided I want to, maybe up the ante on the TKX record with the black car. So we got in here. Nice to meet you, Dearborn. Wife's sweatshirt. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I don't normally bring a lot of sweatshirts, and it was kind of crazy because, like, my merch is pretty bland. It's just, I like to wear, black t-shirts and sweaters. I like to wear, black Dickie pants, and, just because you stain them so much and it doesn't show so much. So it was kind of, nothing, you're not going to get anything real super fancy from me. I mean, I'll make different color stuff here and there, but, for the most part, I actually had a medium hoodie. It was crazy because I don't think I wasn't going to bring hoodies at all. So I appreciate the fact that you guys supported the channel right there, and she likes the sweatshirt. MJP, any issues with a Walbro 255 on an HCI combo? Heard a pump is a little too big. No, No, you could go to a 340. The pump's only going to pump what it needs. What you command. So, I mean, I would even wire it and go 340. I'm not going to lie to you. There's really no reason. I think there's no reason to be even messing around with a 255 anymore, folks. I mean, with the way the tuning is nowadays and what you got with HCI combos, I mean, you could put a 340 in there wired up on an Aeromotive, which could run really good street times. It could get a little, pumps get hot when when they're overworking or whatever. But I think, you wouldn't go bad. You wouldn't be wrong running a 340. If you got a 255, run it. But, 255 is like, 80s stuff. So with what we got going on nowadays, probably want to go to at least a 340, but you got to wire it, man. Good evening, Neo and chat family. I appreciate you, Robert. It's all right. I see it. I miss the keys sometimes too, brother. What's up, Slow Fox 89? Good to see you. Yeah, truer words never been spoken. So, like, I'm telling you guys. It's like, Andrew just kept telling me too. He was just like, bro, the black car looks fire. And I'm like, that thing is a junk, bro. I'm like, it's just I'm junk running junk, bro. That's another saying I'm going to coin out, put on a t-shirt or something, get your shit off the jack stands and junk running junk. I don't care. We have fun with that shit. You know what I mean? I super, super enjoy bringing budget stuff. I mean, I know the white car. Here's the thing. I got in a really good conversation this past weekend with my man Dan Watson and Andrew Hanlon, and it's just like we're at a position in our life on the channel here, and just watching other folks with their builds to where you can literally drive yourself out of competition. And it's really a good topic to just talk about, sit down and talk, with, add a guest to the channel or a couple of guests to the channel and just bullshit about it for like an hour or two, and it's a really good topic because it's like, what we end up doing with some of our builds is we get, we have to budget family. Like I got a chance to meet Element 116. I don't know if he's listening. Had a great time. I got a chance to, meet one of my, channel members. I always shout them out in channel member chat in blog or whatever. And got a chance to see him. And we got into that like 5-minute conversation about, how he's trying to build his car and, families first. He had some children. We try to budget time. I think time and family is probably one of the, most important like currencies in life, right? Because I mean, those really kind of dictate what you're doing and how you're going to build it. And we got to talking. We were literally sitting in the hotel, me, Dan Watson, and Andrew, just sitting there, drinking a little bit of coffee, getting ready to head out to the pre-meet. And we just got to chatting some shit. Like, we have some friends that are really fast. Like specifically in the stick shift war, because we were talking about the shootout. We were talking about how we can run the shootout next year. We were talking about, what we want to do and how we want to, promote the Tremec and we were making plans. You know what I mean? Success is always planned out. You fail to plan to fail. You see what I mean? So, anyways, we got to talking, and it's just like, the black car in specifically, I've never named the car to begin with. And it's kind of sad because it'd be cool to name the car, but I never did. And it was just like, if I named it now, it would be like weird. It would be different. But I was telling Andrew, I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to pull the TKX out of that car. Because like one of the niche things that we've done here on the channel that keeps getting reiterated is the fact that, we did what we did with the Tremec like 2 years ago with the TKX. And this is our genre, one of the biggest questions that was going to come out when that TKX was released was how strong is it? So I jumped on that really quick and said, listen, I'm going to take my T56 mag out of my black car and I'm going to put this TKX in and we're going to figure it out. And what I mean by driving out of driving out of your competition is like I don't think I want to step up and keep the 363 in here. I don't want to put the T56 mag in there again. I don't want to put a 35 spline axle in it, put a full cage and start stripping the weight out of it because it's my street car. And it was always here on the channel as being a budget, like junkyard stuff, kind of, fabricated, I did it myself. Even if I did it wrong, I still did it myself type builds, like with the exhaust and stuff like that. So I don't know. I just think that, it was a great conversation. It's something that I might bring up again on like a podcast or something with, Danny Watts and Andrew Hanlon and, maybe even Brutal, get a chance to sit down and talk, see what they thought about it. In stick shift world, it's like, high eights, anything in the nines, even in the low tens is a really good goal to have. And it's achievable pretty budget wise too. You can achieve that area and be competitive with anybody, depending on how you shake your car down. You know what I mean? I got the white car set up on like a lot of no prep stick shift stuff. And, and it was on display at Ford Takeover, and it's kind of the direction it went for now until the coupe was ready. You see what I mean? So you start getting into like the mid low eights, you start getting into the, like, even in the sevens, you kind of drive your way out of like a lot of competition and a lot of the stuff that you can even be attending anymore. And it's tough to get the car, when a car makes so much horsepower, especially in the stick shift world. I mean, hell, in any world for that matter, it's just, there's going to just be more maintenance and more planning and more money that's spent. So it's a crazy world out there. What's up, Murphy's Law 5.0? Sally DeFox in the house. Oh, so I got a chance to see, I do want a special mention. I did get a chance to finally meet Paul DeFox, Sally DeFox. They got a foxbody specific channel. I want you guys to go check it out. Sally actually has a fitness as well, a fitness channel. They both do very well in the fitness world. You guys know I like to, exercise and such like that. So I want you guys to go check out their channel. Had a chance to hang out with them a little bit this weekend. Had a chance to see Funky Stangs as well. So big shout to Sean as well. Had a great weekend with, hanging out with you guys, seeing you guys, finally getting a chance to meet you guys. So I did want to mention, it's kind of surreal because you come to some of these events and you meet members and you meet subscribers, you say hello, you shake hands for 10 or 15 seconds or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, whatever. And they you chat and you talk. That's why you're there. You're there to be, to meet him. So we got a chance to meet a guy. The fellow's name, I think, was Damon. And, he was an ex-military. I'm big on military. I'm very patriotic. And, the guy was just wonderful. The conversation was just wonderful. Sally and Paul were both there. It was raining in the booth, so we were all conglomerated. It was just, the guy, we took pictures with them. I'll post them up later on. And, he told us how much it really meant to hear things and it really kind of, hit home with me. It's just when I talk and try to be a little motivating on the channel, like, get your shit up the jack stands, junk running junk, whatever. I mean, it's your build. Do what you want with it. Right? Don't let nobody tell you that you're right or wrong on your car, because my cars are not right in any way, shape, or form. And I don't care. They're not 100%, tier 1 builds. There never will be. I'm hoping the coupe is good, but here's the thing is I like my budget shit. And he was real, just super appreciative of what everybody does. And, kind of like, it gives him a chance to relax and enjoy his hobby. So that kind of really hit home for me. You know what I mean? And, you're really out there as an influencer, as a content creator. You're really out there kind of, changing people's lives. And it's really kind of surreal to like see it, got pretty emotional about it. And it was really cool, man. And he's, ex-military, always appreciate those guys. So I want to give him a shout out, man. Let me catch up. What's up, Paul DeFox? What do you say not? What do you say not for? Don't mess with Paul, man. I'll tell you what. He's a strong dude. And let me tell you what, Paul and Sally take very, very big, good pride in their fitness like I do. So, I mean, we were talking about like, lifting and stuff, and just crazy how much weight that guy can deadlift. It's crazy. Big shout out to you, brother. Coffee sounds like Navy coffee on the ship. Oh. Stick shift race is the funnest. Yeah, so like I think I made a reference this past weekend. I was telling Dan Watson, Andrew Hanlon, I'm like, bro, stick shift racing is like jumping on a horse with no saddle and just smacking its ass and hanging on. It's like you never know what mood the damn horse is in, really. Listen, Neo cares about his coffee. He brings his own coffee maker, grinder, and bag of beans. It's legit. I tell you, I told y'all my coffee was legit. It's good stuff. And Andrew don't even drink coffee, and he got a little bit jacked up on mine. He's like, man, this is really good. I'm like, I told you, it's real. So this is a tumbler that I don't want to spill water on my laptop, but this is a tumbler that 417 Fox maybe. If I could show you the tumbler that Andrew got, you would literally buy 417 Fox out tomorrow. He made a tumbler that had all the cassette tapes. It's crazy. It's when he showed me that, I was like, dude, I gotta have that. So maybe I'll get it from Mike and see if I can't get it here on the channel. It'd be cool to sell these things, but you know what? You go over and check out 417fox.com. I think he sells a bunch of these. He's got one that looks like the Motorcraft like oil filter. It's like spilling oil or whatever. So he's really creative with that stuff, and I'm super appreciative that he gave me one. Lamar, what's up, man? I didn't get a chance to say hello. I'm big on my coffees also. I do like light roast is actually the most caffeinated. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the light roast, has the most zing to it. If that was the told me. Is this chat gonna take long? I have to go work on my Fox. I don't know. Probably about another hour. Going to do a budget 302 turbo build for my wife. Is there a chip or a way to tune A9L? Yeah. So, Kyle, you can bring up, you can bring that stuff up to the, up to the Northeast Ohio up here at our dyno, and we'll take care of it. I know he's working on, Dave's working on building a 351, 393 or something like that for a guy that had a flat tappet cam. It didn't work out very well. What's up, Jim or Willie? Yeah, so that's cool. You did video that, didn't you? It's surreal, isn't it, man? It's crazy. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate the shout out. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I had a great conversation with him. Neil, what's your opinion on a Willwood rear disc brakes for a street? I don't think anybody needs rear disc brakes for the street. I think fronts are 75 to 80% of your stopping power. Unless you're running past 950s, you don't even need. I mean, do what you want to build. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to influence you not to put rear disc on your car, but unless you got a purposely built car that traps anything past 140, I probably wouldn't consider doing any rear disc. Just focus on the fronts. Do the Brembo. The Brembo thing's all you really need. Do it right. Do it. Buy once, cry once. Strange always works for me, but Strange is more of a racing front brake, and it's lightweight. TBM, same thing. Willwood is actually a really good front brake setup, and it's light. I think it's still a 2 or 4 piston. I can't remember, but you can upgrade your front brakes, get all the stopping power you need, and still leave drum in the rear, unless you really want to run like a disc just for like the looks or whatever. But my black car will always be drums in the rear, and we're going to upgrade the front eventually when we put the 387 in, because we expect the car to at least go probably 950s, and I need to be able to stop the car. I want to get rid of the old proportioning valves because it's leaking. We'll talk about that another day. Yeah, 417's got everything, Gary. You know what I mean? Everything. Light is the strongest. That's what I thought. What's up, Mr. 313? Let me catch here. Let me catch up. What's going on, Miss Carroll? Just stopping and say hi. I saw you at Fort Takeover. Nice pass and build, I must say. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping in. So, continuing on, Motor City Fox Fest 2-day event. Friday we got there. There was actually a dyno shootout at D&D Performance, so shout out to D&D for being part of that. There was actually a Tremec had a headquarters there or something. We didn't get a chance to walk through that or get any footage for that, but had a pre-meet Friday night. Got a chance to cruise Telegraph Road, which was really cool. Got me interested in running up there with Woodward on August 19th. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, but that's a very big possibility. I'm going to take one of the cars up there and maybe cruise Woodward, just kind of for the experience. You know what I mean? I guess when we cruised Telegraph, there was a lot of spots where people were just hanging out, and there's a big car scene up there, so that's really cool, man. It's just the experience. And then we went back to the hotel, like 10, 11 midnight. Got up at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. The event, didn't really rain until around noon, and then it just wouldn't stop. But the event went the whole distance. It went from 8 to 5. So, sold some merch, shook a lot of hands. Got a chance to see my buddy Jason Deach, Deach Trailer Sales. I've been friends with Jason for a very long time. He actually owns the last Cobra R ever made, number 107. So we got a chance to take some footage of that. Has 57 miles on it. I probably got 10 miles of being pushed around. It's crazy. What's up, Mike? Hope you're doing well. Hot here in Texas. God, I bet. Supercharging my OBS today. Watching you in the garage. Man, I appreciate you, Mike, for stopping in, man. I ain't talked to you in a while. Send me some pictures, brother, of the build you got. Lloyd Green, thanks. I hadn't had any post pops up. A lot of crunch time for them. So, yes, I do want to say a congratulations to Chris at the Infamous Project. If you guys don't follow him, go over check out his channel. Kazzle as well, at Kazzle Customs. He also has a channel. Go check out Gary. They actually drove, if you guys been following the Shitbox Fox build over on their channels, they actually drove the Shitbox Fox up from, I think it was Texas. I think they came from Texas. It was like 20 years. 20 years. 20 hours. They threw some belts. There's some alignment, man. It was kind of a little bit of like a drag and drive. It was a little bit of a struggle. So, but they did end up winning Best of Show. So the Shitbox Fox over on their channels did win the Best of Show. I mean, that's kind of where, a lot of restorations going on on that Fox body. You never would have thought, that something like that, would come back to its birthplace and be the, Best of Show. I think he made a post on Instagram where he was talking about that. He was like, hey, this car never would have thought it, it came back and this would happen. You know what I mean? It's really cool. It's a really cool build. If you guys get a chance to check it out. I mean, obviously there's struggles involved there. They're all like any other project would be. So definitely some good content with that. So, congratulations to Tip and Kazzle for their efforts with that car. So I did want to mention that. Gary is great. He lives where I do here in British Columbia. Nice. Yeah, he's such a good guy. Always comes up, shakes my hand. So doesn't Chris. They always take the time to come over and say hello. So appreciate them. Yeah, that's cool. All the time and effort for them paid off. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, just like any other Fox body here on the channel or any other channel, the build never ends. It really doesn't. But, at some point you're happy and you move on. I don't know what they have in store, but, I think they got a lot of, they've done a lot of work to that car. It looks great. I like the patina look. That's, what I'm doing with my black car. I'm not going to make it nice, like super nice and perfect. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but it is what it is. What's up, Paul the Fox? It's really awesome meeting you and Sally this weekend. And again, I apologize if Sally purchases a smoker this week. Yep, I agree, Bobby. So, where are we at here? let's go. Let's talk about the coupe update. Now, I know I did this the last time we streamed. We did a coupe update. I know you guys are following that build pretty good. You know, it's kind of at the point to where we had some bad upper torque boxes. That's going to be, you know, kind of one of the things that we're talking about this week on the channel. Some of the hidden sneaky things that you're gonna definitely want to pay attention to the video I have with the coupe that we're doing. There's some things I overlooked, and I had no idea they were there. But being that I didn't really kind of pay attention to it, it was brought to my attention that the upper boxes were all tore up. So we do talk about that today, or not today. We do talk about that this week in the video that's coming up with the coupe update. Obviously, I give little Easter eggs of what's coming up in the week and what we got going on with the channel in our live stream. So definitely something that you guys want to pay attention to. There was some shit that you guys need to see. I mean, it was just like, I didn't realize it was that bad. It's just like, you just look at it and you're like, wow, like 1/8 second pass and I would have had a axle sitting up on the wall. So that would have been kind of a shit show. To be honest with you, that would have been terrible. You know, my safety was involved there, and luckily I called Team Z. They took care of it. You know, and that's what I'm going to show here on the channel this week. You know, there are multiple. You know, when you got issues with your car, there's plenty of. You know, this car can be literally pieced together with floor pans and extra items at this point. That is just stuff that people can replace. You know what I mean? The black car looks good back there. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. yeah. No trailer queens for Neo. Well, I do. I definitely haul some shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do haul some trailer stuff. You know, I don't like to. You know, there's something to be said about driving your car to the track, but I mean, what happens when I throw a belt, right? There we go. The Fox I'm building has a rear control arm drop brackets. Seems like the rear is shifting around. Any pros and cons to leaving them on the rear? You must be talking about the lower control arms that have, you talk about the drop brackets for the like launching, and who had those? Southside? Was that Southside? I want to say that was Southside, to be honest with you. So, give me 1 second here. Yep. So we actually have Southside brackets on my black car. I think the like relocation brackets are on my axle. We got an axle issue we're going to be fixing. Lakewood has them too. Lakewood's traction bars have the different angle on them, but there's like actual brackets. I think I know what you're talking about. There's actual brackets on the axle that are like drop brackets. Maybe they're just support brackets. I don't even know. You'll see them on the channel this week. BMR makes them also now. Yeah, those are the Southside and Lakewoods. What's up, Element? This is the gentleman that I got a chance to meet at the. If you're in channel membership, if you have a channel membership, posted a picture. I always post a picture of my members in the members chat. So check out that join button, boys. Join up today. Do it. What's happening, bro? So, anyways, coupe update. Now we got a time frame a little bit. I did talk to McBride Racing quite a bit. Like I said, we're gonna have a video coming up with the update. You guys will actually get a chance to see what they did to the front of the car, what they've done underneath and inside the car. Big update. Team Z stuff. The fitment. We're going to talk about fitment. We're going to talk about quality. Got a lot to talk about with the coupe update. But as far as being finished and ready, you know, like I said, checklist was front tubular because the car was bent. There's an actual the actual front apron core support is over behind the black car. Anyways, tubular front end, 10-point chrome molly, stiflers, lower subframe connectors, talking upper and lower control arm, like You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about with the coupe, but a good time frame to see the coupe and start updating and start hanging panels is probably mid-ish August, maybe mid-end of August. I know there's a lot of work involved in some of the stuff that he's doing right now. But the nice thing is McBride Racing's have done this before. They're actually going to help me. I'm going to make some content on the axle with the black car behind me. They're going to help me fix it. I got an issue with it that it's kind of a big issue, but it's not showed its face yet. Kind of keeping me from driving it at the track type stuff. So that'll also be in the ticket too. So the Lakewood brackets have a separate setting with 3 settings. There's a bracket. I can't even remember. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't even remember what bracket this was. I'm going to try to slide under the car and take a picture of it and just show it here on the channel. Ah, shit. I don't remember what these were. I don't even know if I can get this picture. Yeah, I need to. I'm sitting over here working on it. I can't do it. I'll show you in the video. Whatever. So I got these brackets on there, and I can't even remember what they are from. I want to say they're like, did Lakewoods or Southsides come with like a gold like support bracket that like bolted to the actual end of the housing? Does that make sense? I don't even remember. It's been a while. You taking the car to Bowling Green? Also to you, Andrew? Yes. So we're going to probably be in Tremek's booth again, as I think Tremek and I think Mike Kidd and Tremek's going to have me, Hanlon, Jeff Smith, Danny Watts, and Skylar Hardy all kind of conglomerated there at the booth. So definitely, because I think Hanlon's going to be running Coyote stock or factory stock, whatever one he runs. I think that's his plan, at least. He's got the car right. So just so you guys know, Hanlon is going to be making some hits very, very soon, sort of. So he's going to get the tune right and get it ready to roll. Have some fun with it. Neo, if you're going to 13-inch front brakes with rear drums, do you have a changeover the mass? Yes. So what I do is I put the I still got the GT factory booster in the black car, and I got the GT factory booster in the white car. Is it the right answer? No, but it works. I got the SN95 master cylinder, and I run copper lines to a Willwood proportioning valve. I run 80-20 front to rear. I think the rear disc on my white car has to be a little bit more heavier in pressure. It has to be like 70-30-ish. But for rear drums, you really don't need a whole lot. It's not all it's there really for, to be honest with you, is for the emergency brake. But, you get most of your stopping power from the front of your foxbody anyways. Unless you're racing like 7-8 second car, then TBMs is a good idea, because then you start changing all that bias to the back and stopping the car from the rear of the car. You know what I mean? Because you're going so fast. So, but until you're 150 plus, that's when you, want to worry about that. With my car, I haven't decided if I'm going to run modular muscle and add 700 pounds to the car and run factory stock. Bunch of stick shift gangsters at the yeah. I don't know. We're going to try our best. What event is going on at Bowling Green? So the next time we're going to be at a big event is going to be at NMRA Holly Fest. It's kind of I think it's the last NMRA event, if I'm not mistaken, but I know it's the last one that Tremek throws a stick shift shootout at, which you see on my door here. They ran one at Norwalk, which was kind of a last minute decision, I think. And which Norwalk is one of our home tracks. And then they ran one they're going to be running one here in Bowling Green. So it's going to be a really good time. There's also King of the Street. So some of us have a chance at, running a little bit of instant green eighth mile. So that's kind of right up my alley. So I'm going to be shooting I'm gonna be shooting for that. I'm gonna go for the stick shift shootout, and hopefully I can get a good average on True Street on a dot radio so that I can run King of the Street or whatever. Not that I would win anything there, but I super like to I like to compete, guys. Sounds like Megabyte control arms with the gold finish, so that might be it. I don't know where I got them from, 313, but I definitely show that on the channel here because we're gonna pull the axle down and gut it, clean it, fix it, put it in a jig. If you guys, we're deep enough in the live stream to give away another Easter egg. Black car's leaking fluid from the tube. I have it braced, but you guys know that the black car kind of just was like the first modified car on the channel. So I didn't weld up the tubes like a dumbass, and now I'm paying for it. It is what it is. So that's what's up with the coupe. Going back to what we were talking about, the coupe is going to be a end of August. I didn't expect it to take that long because I was kind of hoping to kind of start throwing panels on it in June, July. And it's not their fault. It's mine. We did have some pieces that were missing from Team Z that I lost. And, we didn't expect the upper torque boxes and anti-roll bar to be a pain in the ass. So what's he say? Hanlon, Bowling Green, Ohio, or Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's where the next NMRE event is. I think that's the last one. I think. Hey Dio, did you happen to meet Joe De Silva out of Ontario? I did not. I didn't get a chance to get over there and talk to him. It was just raining. Legitimately, guys. When we went to Fox Fest, it was terrible. Not the event, but it just the rain just pummeled us. At one point on Friday when we first got there, it was a monsoon and it rained so much that it literally filled all the parking lots to where their drains were overflowing, and it was like a foot deep. And then literally I can't make this shit up. 20 minutes later, blue skies and sun. It's like, what? So yeah. What's up, Pimp? Good to see you, my man. Makes sense. Yeah, so they throw an NMRA event there, Robert. And like I said, there'll be another stick shift event. So all right, KP, I appreciate you, man. You're always the first one to jump in the channel when I do a live, man. Thank you for coming in and talking with old Neo. Hell yeah. What else we got here? So we need to talk about turbo problems. So here's the deal. Last week, and I'm going to put the video out, we was chasing a radial time. We was messing with the white car a little bit. And we decided that we were going to try to get crafty and put that radial shit on my car. And I got a set of QTPs that I borrowed from my buddy Mike. They're basically brand new. And I got to do a little bit of radial testing to begin with because we got to have a dot radial for Bowling Green, right? So we went out to the track last week and we had a little bit of a issue with the white car, and it was kind of one of those freak issues. I just got this turbo built for the black car, and we stole it, put it on the white car because the white car's turbo went back to precision to get upgraded. You got to stay on top. This is that money shit. This is that your build costing. It's ridiculous. Trust me.
as most of you guys know. You know, it's just money, money, money. It's like these fox bodies just money you out. And just one thing after a damn another when you're trying to go faster. And I'm not complaining because if I'm, you know, that's being hypocritical, you know what I mean? But I had a belt, a brand new one. Let me be honest with you guys. You guys have followed the channel. You already know what the hell happened. You guys follow Facebook. I even showed it on a little bit of footage. I can't make this shit up. We were sitting there at the light or getting ready to make our burnout because we pour a little puddle, strip of glitter or whatever at the track on a street night. Because that's how we, you know, I'm a firm believer that, you know, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect, right? You know, I'm a firm believer of that. You know, I was always told my kids that when I coached them in sports, you know, when you practice, you want to practice like you're in the game. So we were getting ready to do a burnout, and you know, we had a good burnout going, and then all of a sudden I heard like the turbo made a noise that it normally didn't, like I've never heard before. And I backed up to the light, staged the car, and launched it. Got about 300 feet out, and I noticed like some of my gauges were going. I mean, my temp gauge was going up, and you know, when you see that shit, you know, it's, you know, you see your alternator drop, you know, you threw a belt. I'm like, all right, threw a belt, no big deal. But what's the noise, right? So luckily I shut it off at 300 feet because I'd have kept rolling out. You know, I probably would have dumped a bunch of antifreeze on the track and probably, you know, took a chance at getting a little crooked in it. So I drove it out. Everything was fine. Got back to the trailer, or got to the end of the track, pulled over to the right to see what the hell happened. Figured it was a belt, no big deal. I got extra belts in the trailer, and my damn turbo ate the belt, like most of it. It's the crazy. I can't make this shit up. I'm like, first of all, the turbo is not even angled that way. So like the turbo's like off to the right. You know what I mean? And the belt's like sitting back on the motor, and it's only a 41-inch belt to begin with. And I don't run a turbo guard. I never ran a turbo guard. I've never had a belt get ate. I've actually never had a belt get thrown, really. I think I had a couple come off once, but they didn't get thrown. And that didn't make any sense because I had just changed this damn belt 2 months ago. And I even went to Jackson, made the hits at Jackson, did my, you know, testing it, you know, multiple times. It didn't make any sense. It just broke, and it made no sense. And when it broke, it went up in the turbo, and I just had it rebuilt, and it ate the turbo. So that's what happened last Wednesday. And it was just a shit show. Like, you know, you get all that flack for, you know, you get all that shit for like people are just like yapping and just like, you know, hey, you should have had a turbo guard. Guys, I never ran a turbo guard. Is that the right answer? No. I understand that. But I've done, when you do all the proper pre-maintenance stuff to make sure that your parts are on par, I took the old belt that's on it right now off of it because it was squealing and it was old. So I replaced it with the exact same belt. And 2 months later, it snapped on me and the turbo ate it. So it just shows you the quality of like some of the quality of the shit that's going on in the automotive industry. It's just like, I'm not blaming the belt, but like the belt I had on there was like 5 years old. Never a problem. Started squealing a little bit, figured it had seen its day. I'll replace it. Proper maintenance, readjust the belt, tensioner, whatever. We're good. Nothing's off. I mean, it's a custom build anyway, so it's not going to be perfect. Never would have thought my turbo would have sucked the belt in. But we ended up actually, I did a little bit of footage on it, but we ended up actually, you know, going through our turbo and like our intercooler. And when we pop the pipes off the intercooler on the inlet side, you know, me and cousin Paul definitely, you know, stop what we're doing, and we just decided to kind of take the whole thing apart. So it was crazy. I mean, we just found, you know, chunks of belt, you know. What's up, impeller? I mean, there's all kind of these. There's probably 10 or 20 of these sitting on the ground over there. So I stuck my hand up in the inlet of the intercooler, and shit just fell everywhere. So, You know, it's not going to stop me. I'm telling you, it's not going. We're not going to stop. You know, it was unfortunate. It was crazy because I actually had a piece of rubber that was up at my throttle body, and I was wondering why my car was. I mean, when I put the other belt on, you know, turbos, you know, they don't really change much of the air fuel or much of the MAF transfer, at least on a stock computer. But I couldn't understand why the car was idling at 2,000. There was a chunk of rubber stuck to the throttle blade. So throttle body blade. So we don't really know if a bunch of shit got in the motor. I don't think it did because there wasn't anything on the outlet side of the intercooler. But we're going to take the intercooler down. You know, intercooler is like a big freaking filter. It's really hard to stuff a bunch of shit through there. So if the turbo did take a crap, you know, it's going to catch a bunch of it. So what we're going to do is take a leaf blower. Now we're going to drop the intercooler because it's a Mishimoto intercooler. We're going to drop the intercooler and we're going to take a leaf blower and like duct tape it to the outlet side, and we're going to blow air through it to try to get as much as we can out. Then I'm going to set it upside down and I'm going to run E85 through it because E85 is like an alcohol. It's like it's whatever. I don't really care. So, you know, E85 evaporates pretty quick too. So it'll clean the, you know, give me a chance to clean out the intercooler and the piping and stuff, and, you know, make sure that there's nothing stuck in the throttle body anywhere, and just send it. So we did, matter of fact, I'm going to open that right now. Luckily, we sent the one turbo out and got rebuilt. So this is the one that actually was in the white car to begin with recently. You know, big shout out to Dennis Tarney. I think I might be butchering that name, but big shout out to Dennis over there at Precision for getting a quick turnaround here. They were very fair about it too. You know, they didn't get nothing for free. There ain't nothing for free in life. But, you know, you definitely did take care of us here, you know, mainly with the time frame. And this was going to go back on the coupe, but ended up, looks like we're going to end up having to use it. So we're going to open it here on the channel on live. So I haven't got a chance to look at it. I mean, literally after that happened, I had to get ready for Fox Fest because we were leaving, so I didn't have time to actually take anything apart. And they do a really nice job with this when they rebuild their turbos. Same compressor housing, but this turbo is actually a CEA. Same turbo that's on it now. This is actually the billet CEA. And just to give you any idea, you know, these ball bearing ones just spin forever, like ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Crazy, huh? Like when I come to a stop, that thing will spin for another like 2 minutes past. So they done a nice job, man. They converted my journal bearing to ball bearing, and they put me a Gen 2 wheel on the back because it was an old Gen 1 turbo. So we're going to be putting that on the white car here, and that'll be some of the footage that we shoot this week because we have a race this weekend that we can't miss. Well, we have a points race this weekend at Pacemakers for a no prep. So looking forward to doing some stick shift shit with my stick shift friends. So let me catch up here. Back in 2000, if I remember correctly, there was a Ford World Challenge event with the crew starting at London Motorsports in Ontario. De Silva's kicked it off, and we cruised down to Bowling Green. Nice. What's up, Dan Robinson? It's good to see you. There's my Summit Racing Tech guy. Appreciate you, man. Mustang guy, good to see you. Good to see you tonight. We gained so many cars. Started around 20, then we stopped on the way, and it was like 40, 60, 80, 150 by the time we got down there. That's cool, man. Another reason to run an intercooler filters your turbo carnage before getting into your motor. Yes. So it's something might have got in there. You guys know I already nipped the head gas. That motor is a trooper, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. Junkyard 351, 410 build, already been boosted once. This is the second time in its life it's been boosted. That motor's a trooper, bro. I can't wait to take that thing apart to see what it looks like inside this year. What's up, Sean 5.0? Good to see you. Jared, building a 331. What's your opinion on gapless ring? Nope. Run 20. Just run 24, 25. Trust me. Builds change. I always like to offer as best of the professional advice as I can. There's one thing that's guaranteed is the fact that it's a good chance your build's going to change in a year or two. And if you put gapless rings on there or whatever, you're going to kind of limit yourself with boost. So I had a turbo eat itself on a car once, and intercooler saved the motor. Nothing got past it. I blew it out and cleaned it out. Much like you're saying, Neo, there's a lot of fins in there. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. I know a little bit of debris got by, but I'm not super worried about it. Are you taking the white car? Are you talking about Lamar? I'm assuming you're talking about NMRA. You're talking about Bowling Green? Yes, I'm taking the white car. Total Seal has a good video on that. Building a supercharged 331, opinion on gapless versus gap rings. What's up, Jesse Casas? Good to see you, bro. I hear you getting some lightweight wheels. Got little birdies on the shelf. Kyle Dennis, I've been having timing issues with my 387. Found my timing light was junk. Any recommendations? Good to go. Check over here. We're back. We good. And I'm just waiting for it over on YouTube. So moving on. What's up, Eddie Palmer? Hey, Dan, I'm at work. Just popped in. Love your content. You're an inspiration and imagination and desire to go fast again. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping in, Edward. So we got to get your motor ready because if you guys remember, we got Lamar's engine over at the machine shop right now. So we got to make sure that we get his motor ready. We got to hand it off. Will Richardson, love the channel. Info you give keeps me going on my Fox. That's right. First time years coming this weekend. Can't wait. Hell yeah. So going with my Fox, taking it out with my son for the first time in years this weekend. That's cool, man. What you got going on this weekend? Guys, I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the channel. Get your shit off the jack stands. My black car does not have the best turbo in it anymore. It's not going to. It's some good content to be able to rebuild a turbo here on the channel. Show you guys, how easy it really is. And, I'm just going to go back to the roots with my black car, man. I enjoyed it the most. I drove it today. We went down to I'm always supporting the local car shows. So I had to go down and give the guy, I got to give the guy a couple $100 for advertising. But I mean, they just make like an old sign and they hang it up on the fence or whatever. And, it's always a good thing to, support your local car show stuff. A lot of the old generations there. For like $225, they'll you can support the Lake Shore Cruisers or whatever they call themselves, and it's kind of cool because they'll like promote you too. They'll hang your Neo Mustangs on the fence. So I had to go down there today and got a chance to see some of the people from last year. Dover has a gas tank for me also. 20 years down, gonna be. That's right. I was at ZMAX last weekend with a beautiful. ZMAX is like a 4-laner, if I remember correctly. So we're about an hour in, guys. We got a few more minutes here. Go ahead and ask whatever tech questions you guys want to talk about. I'm just gonna sit here and talk shit about, you know, my car being broke. I'm 2 months behind on my motor in the shop. Pistons aren't in yet. Man, that sucks. I understand that though. I live that. If I lived out that way, I'd have you do my engine. So that's kind of where we're at with the, you know, trying to do the 387 in the black car. I want to be able to get that 363 running again. I got that baller ass turbo kit I keep talking about, man. I really want to use that. I'm so ready to get mine off the jack stands. 100% going to be a journey. That's right. Hell yeah. If you put SN95 brakes from a junkyard to a Fox, will it have any play or problems down the line? What do you mean by that? Going to Mission Raceway to watch Friday Night Drags. Hell yeah. Well, I can't afford to break it. I understand that too. 1 3/4. 1 7/8 is a little bit big, depending on what cylinder head you run. I actually, I think I run, 1 3/4 with that stainless kit I got. A really nice kit. I'll bring my car down sometime this season so we can get some runs in. Hell yeah. I'm always at Cunley Motorsports Park. That's my home track. But I do run a no prep schedule with D Team and Stripper Glitter, so you can follow me there too. As always, one of the fastest hours on YouTube. Man, I appreciate you, Lloyd. I do appreciate you guys. I can't tell you enough, you know, especially you guys in the green, man, you channel members, you guys just support me so much. You know, it really does help. You know, every little bit helps with the channel, you know, being able to go to an event and being able to have like your hotel covered because you got good channel members that, you know, that support the channel. That's where that stuff goes. You know what I mean? You know, I give away a lot of merch too, maybe more than I should. I really want to get into the merch game a little bit better, but you know, if merch kind of offsets some of the travel and all these events that I go to and all the racing we do here on the channel for the content, you know, then, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I'm very humble to be in a position with the channel to be able to, you know, not only, you know, influence, but to, you know, give out, you know, good sound mechanical experience and advice. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. I'll go out there and break my shit and fix it. And you guys will laugh at me for belts getting thrown. And be honest with you, man, that's like crazy. You know, it's freak accident that gets sucked up into the turbo. Of course, right? Of course. It's always something. But you know what? We're going to get the white car off. It would be running right now if we didn't have Foxfest. So here's the funny thing. Like my black car for freaking years, has always been the go-to car. Like I got mad at the white car for all these years because it was always something. Now don't get me wrong. I push that white car very hard and fix it quick when it breaks. But like, it was funny because we were making a joke about it at the shop last week. Me and cousin Paul, we were like, yo, it's always a black car when we're either racing competitively or needs to go to a show or we got to do this. We got to run that just to run the event or support the event. And it's never let us down, you know, for the most part. It's never let us down. So got to keep it up, man. It's like I fell in love with the black car over again this weekend, you know, just to be like, hey, it's sitting at an event. It looks spick and span. It looks really good. It's patina. So it's not perfect. And I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? It looks good, but it's a 10-footer, whatever. It's kind of fast. I don't know. So it's funny. It's funny how you learn to appreciate your car all over again just by driving that shit. you know, just by kind of cleaning it off and, you know, stop, you know, and start paying attention to it. It's crazy. I'm telling you guys, you got to try it. You know, if you got your foxbody out in the garage or out the damn, you know, parking lot and it's not running, or you're doing a project on it or whatever, just make a plan, man. Make a plan and make it happen. You know, you got to budget time and family. We always talk about that here, but we always talk about, you know, suck it up and get that shit off the stands. It's what it is. This car right here, this white car right here, going to be off that stands in the next few days, or the jack, whatever you want to call it, you know, the lift, whatever you want to call it. I do want a Neo shirt. You got it, Lamar. You got it for sure. You got it. So the cap you guys see right here, 417's in here now. So I'm going to talk about it. Like I said, and he could actually tell you that there's some tumblers. You guys want some coffee tumblers. These are really cool. He makes these himself. He's also, I think he's going to run this. If, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but you know, obviously this looks, you know, obviously this looks like the white car. It's a custom one. Got the little SVO thing in the hood. Got the skinnies in the front. Doesn't have fog lights. So super appreciative that Mike made me my own hat, you know, of the white car. So it's all embroidered too. That's cool as hell. Hey bro, I'll be back maybe before it's over. Got to test something. Hell yeah, man. Go test it out. What else you going to do? But I know. Did the white car get out after Fox Fest? No, not yet. We're not done with it yet. I'm down for a couple black Neo Mustang. Okay, so if you guys are interested in some merch, I do have plenty of merch to sell. I just never advertise it because I'm just so damn busy. But I do ship pretty quick. We are going to give away a couple banners. We're about an hour and 10 minutes in. Damn banners cost like freaking $15 to ship, but it is what it is. We'll make it happen. So I am going to give away a couple banners because I do have a bunch of banners left over from Fort Takeover. So we'll do that before the end of the live stream. And then we'll talk about the big giveaway that I haven't done yet that I was going to do a couple weeks ago. So yeah, if you guys are interested in some merch, hit me up on email, neomustangs@hotmail.com. That's, you know, we'll get you shipped out pretty quick. I got a bunch of merch that I really need to sell. You know, it's kind of crazy too, because you take the little bit of money that you do make from YouTube and you invest it in a bunch of merch, and then you end up giving a third of it away and you don't make any damn money. It's kind of funny. But you know what? I'm giving it away to good people. You know what? It is what it is. You know, I gave away a t-shirt to a young guy that wanted to do a cartoon thing with my car on Instagram or I don't know. Whatever. Hell yeah, bro. So it is what it is. Shout out to Budget Dom. I met him earlier today at Summit. Hell yeah. Budget Dom got a little thing going on with his car, man. A little carbureted, easy peasy. You know, like a 5.0 Tussin type of build. You know, I super appreciate Rod. So big shout to Rod. If you don't know who 5.0 Tussin is, go check his channel out. I don't know what you're doing. Ways Coating. I seen you there, but talking to many people, you might have heard me say you got it all sticker up. It was all in white with. I want a banner. We'll see if we can get you one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe win one. I appreciate the shirt, Neo. I'll come back. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. So, anyways, yeah. If you guys are interested in some merch, hit me up on an email. We'll get it figured out. So we do have a couple banners. Let's talk about, okay. We'll probably have a guest on the channel next Sunday. I like bringing guests in, so we'll bring maybe a couple guests in. I'll see if a couple of my friends want to join us next Sunday, if you guys are down with that. We have a really big gift to give away, and I was going to do it on July 4th, and I should have done it then when I had the opportunity, and I didn't. I kind of want to promote it a little bit this week if I get an opportunity to do that. But for those that haven't really joined on the channel yet, we're going to be giving away a Malwood hydraulic clutch assembly. And this is from Devoted Home Group, a.k.a. Jason Fields, a strong supporter here on the channel. Big shout out to you, Jason. I do apologize for that giveaway being a little bit, taking a little bit of time, but it's a $700 clutch assembly, and I wanted to do it the proper way. So give you an idea what it looks like, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll So those of you who don't know what it is, if you ever do a hydraulic clutch assembly or hydraulic clutch in your car, this is what you're going to need. This is a foxbody one. So I have shown this before a couple times actually now, but this is from Malwood. So big shout to Malwood. They actually donated this to the channel, and I actually gave this away once already on the channel to Jason Fields, won it at Fox Days of Christmas. So, it's got the little reservoir and all the, all the stuff to, bolt it in or whatever. So we're going to be giving this away next Sunday. Probably do it with the guests, give it away with the guests that, do the giveaway with. Once again, big shout to Malwood and big shout to Jason as he won it on Fox Days of Christmas at the end of the year last year and decided to give it back to the channel to give away. So I really wanted to do it on the 4th of July, but it didn't end up making it. So anyways, I didn't realize they were always they are always at 8:15 Element. Usually. Sometimes I'm a little late. But anyways, that being said, like I said, it's if you're interested, guys, I'm going to be giving away next Sunday. If you're not interested in changing your car over to a hydraulics setup or have that plan for the future or to at least try it, don't go in on it. You know what I mean? Leave it for somebody that can use it. And that's exactly the reason why I have it back here on the channel again. So, anyway, we're going to give away a couple banners. Let's see what we got here as I drop it. So we have a banner from Tremec. I gave this away 2 weeks ago. The 6 foot, is it 5x3? Beat him with a stick, bro. So we got this banner to give away today. Big garage banner. It's the same one that's hanging up in the shop. So big shout out to Mike Kidd and Tremec for giving me a box full of these to give away on my live streams. These were actually supposed to be hung up. These were actually supposed to be hung up at Ford Takeover, but I do believe Ford Takeover had a tornado or some shit that went through there and tore all the fence down at Jackson. Somebody chime in and let me know if that's true or not, but it don't matter. I mean, they weren't there. I don't know if they were just renovating or whatever they were doing. So, I was supposed to hang up a bunch of Tremec banners all over the place there, but there was nowhere to hang them up. So what I did, I decided to do, Tremec gave me the go-ahead, is to just go ahead and give them away on my live stream. So you go hashtag Tremec, please be courteous and don't enter a million times. I'll write your name on it and I'll ship it to you. So hashtag Tremec. Let that run for a second while I take this up. Try to find my other one too. You know what? Trying to think what other goodies I got. Oh, here we go. A bunch of shit to give away. Put my turbo away while you guys sit there and hashtag. They always pack the shit out of this thing. Look at it. Awesome. Hell yeah. All right, let that run for another second here. Write your name on it. I don't know if I can do that. So if you win the banner, Neo Mustangs at Hotmail. This is also for merch if you guys want hats or t-shirts. We did end up selling a little bit when we were down there. I really need to, this is kind of lame. I really need to get my website finished. But whatever. Neo Mustangs at Hotmail. It's just pretty easy. Hey. It smells terrible. It smells like rubber. All right, let me spin this through. Spin this thing like Jeopardy. All right, here we go. And I'll just go ahead and click on somebody's name. All right. Pimpavic, you win the Tremec. Now, you're in Canada, so I'm not even sure how to ship this. Priority, maybe? I think medium flat rate would work. I don't know. So congratulations, Pimp. You won the Tremec banner. Congratulations, bud. I will get this shipped out ASAP, bro. Oh, you're in Illinois? Okay, perfect. Send me an email. You know the drill. I think you've sent me emails before. So send me an email and we will get that to you. Second thing on the block. Is a Stifler's t-shirt. Who's in for that? Big shout to Tom Clark and Brian at Stifler's. This is the same one that I have on right now. Woo. And if you notice, it's Claire Stewart in the back. He's doing really well this year in is it factory stock or Coyote? I get them mixed up all the time. He's doing really well with the Coyote, with the brand this year. I think Ed Bennett's driving the car right now, if I'm mistaken. This is an extra large shirt, guys. So this is the only one I got. It was sent to me with the Stifler's products that I got this past year. It was in the box. I didn't even know it was in there. So we'll go hashtag Stifler's, obviously. And, once again, big shout out to Tom Clark. and Brian over at Stifler's for the extra merch that he shipped us. Like I said, it's the one it's the one I'm wearing right now. Whatever. So hashtag Stiflers, and I will need to write down. I'm trying to think what I can write down. I need to write down what that who wins it. Put it on a piece of tape. That'll work. We'll let that run for a minute. Extra large, guys. That's all I got. As far as the merch, if you want to order some merch for the channel, support the channel, hit me up on the email. Pretty fast on the shipping. It doesn't have to take too long. I mean, especially shirts. You just you just put them in like an envelope or whatever. There's a couple other shirts there too, so we'll be giving this shit away all week, all our live streams. All right, extra large, extra large. I wanted to show you why you guys do that. DSO tag. Remainder is black. That's crazy. Check it out. You guys see the DSO tag? It's my police. When you get a SSP, like every Mustang has a ID tag on their core support, and kind of gives you a bunch of information. It kind of gives you a bunch of information about like the car. Here's a dead giveaway. If you're looking at a coupe and you're not sure if it's an SSP, there's always two. So in the second one, it will say, I'm trying to get it to like zoom in on it. It'll say that's like a DSO number. See it? Florida two-tone, painted roof. Look at that. That's cool as shit. I didn't even read that. You can read that pretty clear. But these tags are going right back on my coupe. Since I cut the front end off, I'm going to make sure that these are the original buck tags. They're going to get welded to the back of the, reattached to the back of the strut tower. Because, I mean, it's part of the car. This is a heritage car. You know what I mean? So I'm very big on that. Pimp, man, I appreciate the $20. That'll definitely cover the shipping, man. I appreciate it. I have to ship that one priority because it's so heavy. Otherwise, I would ship it first class. It just sucks. It is what it is. But I appreciate you covering that, man. Thank you so much. We'll go through the Stiflers. We're going to see who is not looking. Oh, I went too far up. Where are we at here? Went too far up. Fat Boy Fox. Now, this is just an extra large, right? Just so you guys know, Fat Boy Fox, I got you right here. It's an extra large. Pretty cool. Congratulations, brother. You know where to get me at. Neo Mustangs at Hotmail. You win. Another channel member, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. What up, Mark Turner? Heard you're building a whole nother car. No, I'm proud. I'm proud of Fat Boy Fox, man. I got a chance to see him at Ford Takeover. Hell yeah. Fat Boy Fox. We'll throw this in the pile of stuff to ship tomorrow or Tuesday with Pimp's banner. Let's see if I got anything else. Double extra. Nah, man. Yes, sir. Always well deserved. I don't know if I have any more banners. What do you guys think of that? Oh shit. What's this one? This is on the cloud one that I gotta keep. I got banners everywhere. Damn, bro. The biggest Stifler banner ever. Y'all ready for this one? This thing's like 7 feet long. Or I'm just short. We'll go ahead and give away a Stifler's banner. Oh, it's long as hell. Let's go hashtag. Let's just go hashtag banner. Just hashtag banner. We already did the hashtag Stiflers. Let's go hashtag BANNER banner. We'll give this away too. Not Stifler's banner. Banner. What Jim or Willie just did. Ryan Bass, there you have it. Banner. I'll let that run for a minute. God dog it. This thing's like 15 feet long. Hell. Boom. Ramon's Fox 216. What's up, bro? Is that my guy in Euclid? The whiteboard. We got to get back to the whiteboard, don't we? Y'all already know. What kind of subjects should we run on the whiteboard, though? That's the thing. More 351 shit? I don't know. Trying to think of a really good top 10, top 5 shit we could do. We could revisit some of this stuff. We could revisit some stuff that we've done before, kind of, since, you know, you got to revisit some of the content that you do on live stream every so often, because, you know, you get a good influx of new members and you know, new subscribers. So might not be a bad idea to run a top 10, top 5 again. Maybe, you know, kind of a, working live stream where it's kind of a working live stream where it's you know, we're all kind of engaged in the conversation. So, you know, again, big shout to Tom Clark and Brian at Stiflers. Yeah, they were one of the lead sponsors for the Motor City Fox Fest, which, as you guys are going to see, is going to be a very, very cool event. You guys are going to check out. You should need to check out if you get an opportunity to. So, all right, let me go ahead and skip on through. Give you 2 more seconds. Like I said, we will skip through. Wow, there's a lot of banner ones. You guys like those banners, don't you? Shit, I'll give more if you guys want. Problem is, them things suck the shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They're just over like £1.50 pounds, and it makes you ship it priority. It's terrible. Shame on them. All right, here we go. Hashtag banner. We are going to pick. Come on. Let's keep skipping through. Speaking. We're going to pick. Lloyd Green. Hell yeah, brother. Appreciate you, Lloyd. There'll be more guys. Don't worry. I got probably 10 more. Not going to do them today, but we're going to be giving away all the extra shit that's been sitting here for forever. So there's no reason for me to keep it here. So we're going to go with Lloyd Green. Appreciate you, man. Following the channel, being part of the live stream. Hit me up at Neil Mustangs at Hotmail. Congratulations, hashtag banner. I'll get you sent. I'll get you shipped. Oh yeah. So Fox 408, man, I appreciate the $4.99 super sticker, man. Thanks so much for supporting the channel this evening. That will help me pay for some of the shipping, sending some of this stuff out, man. No shit. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you guys for watching the live stream. So we got to get back into once again, man, whiteboards, things not to do to a Fox. Hell yeah, man. The hat, Skinny J, is a hat. I don't know if Mike, are you still in here? 417 Fox, are you still in here? I know there's a little delay in chat, so I know that you're not going to get that right off the bat. So, Fox 408, appreciate the $2 once again. So, if you're in here, 417 or Mike, are you making these hats? I know you had mentioned something on Facebook about it, but I mean, this is a one-off hat for my white car. I know he made one for Brian Prince and a couple other people. So, yeah. What's up, Roy? It's good to see you, brother. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. Thank you so much. What up, Johnny Blaze? Were you the guy who sent me the message about the Home Depot? Is that you? Cool. Thanks, Dan. I'll get to you. Nah, man, you ain't got to cover the shipping, bro. I'm just talking out my nose. It's for you guys. I gotta, I'm already humbled. So, I mean, these, I should get more banners. I'm going to ask McLeod and maybe get a couple more Tremec Stifler ones, maybe get a couple Team Z ones, see if they'll give me some stuff to give away here on the live stream. I think that's pretty cool, man. You know what I mean? I really do think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so we did end up going to Big Boy Burger, and then I got your message later on. We did end up actually going to Home Depot, John, and I appreciate you letting me know. I do think I'm going to come up to the Woodward cruise, but if I did come up, it would be the Friday and Saturday for that weekend. And I don't know if I go, I'm going to be coming with my buddy Danny Watts. So if he goes, I'll go. If he doesn't, then I'll probably won't. So it's kind of determined on what he does. He's probably watching, fucking hiding in the chat. I know you're hiding in the chat, bro. So Murphy's Law, man, I appreciate the $5 super sticker. Appreciate that. All you guys. So what do you guys want to do a top 10 on again? I'm going through here. One more time on the Hotmail. I mean, it's just the channel, Neo Mustangs at Hotmail. You guys want to get a shirt or a hat from the channel? Just hit me up there. I'm terrible at websites, so I do apologize. So, how does one become a member? If you look at any of my, if you're curious about becoming a member, just check the join button next to the subscribe button. It's on every video, every live stream. I don't think you can do it right now on this live stream because it's still live. But if you go to any of my other videos, you can click join. It'll show you here. But hell yeah, it was. So, Mike, did you answer my question? I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. Are you going to make these hats for sale? Because they keep asking about it. Man, I'm sorry about that, Roy. I've been through one myself, man. I appreciate you. Dust off a Chevy.
Top 10 reasons to go 351. Do you guys want to talk about that next week while we give away this badass clutch assembly? Now, I'm not going to give away that clutch assembly, or not clutch assembly, but the pedal assembly. We'll do the pedal assembly like towards the end of the live stream. So I'm going to go to somebody good. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to be giving away like a $700 hydraulic Malwood clutch pedal assembly. So yes, so if you guys are interested in the foxbody hat, yeah. If you guys are interested in the foxbody hat, then 417 has very similar ones like it. This is a one-off. I super appreciate you, Mike. It looks really cool. But you guys want to check that out, go to his website. What is it? 47? Let me write it in here. Is it 417fox.com? Is that right? 417fox.com. He's killing the game, guys, in merch. Killing the game. And we order our hats from him now, and probably soon tumblers and other stuff. So he's also working with some of our sponsors like Tremec and stuff to do some really cool patches and stuff. So got my shirt yesterday at Motor City. Why didn't you tell me you were there? Say, hey, I'm Ramon Fox 216. Bro. I didn't get a chance to say hello? Or did I? Is there a reason not to go 351? Yeah, so that's what we'll talk about next week. We'll get up on the whiteboard again because you guys know I like to talk a bunch of shit about 351s anyways. So I'm going to give you guys some damn good reasons why you should swap to a 351. Now, I don't want to take away from the 8.2 deck 302. The 302 has served its purpose in our channel and our content for many years. I definitely always will love the 8.2 deck 302. It's the unsung hero of the engine world with the Fords. But when you start really kind of getting into that torque and horsepower curve, folks, especially if you're trying to do it on a budget, 351 is a no-brainer. I mean, Coyote, sure, absolutely. Terminator swap, sure. If you can afford that stuff, it's definitely an option. Coyote motors are a different animal. Got a chance to look at one up close and personal this past weekend on Mike's motor. Definitely has got me thinking about building one. Maybe putting in cousin Paul's car, the clapper, the clapped out coupe, whatever the hell we're going to call it. But to be honest with you, the 387 is going in the black car for the channel stuff, so we can do channel content with the black car. Because if I don't put the 387 in the black car, then it's going to go in something that I'm going to do too much content with, and I'm going to forget about this car again. I kind of fell in love with this car again. I want to do more content with it. I want to get it back out on the track. I want to drive the shit out of it. You know what I mean? And have some fun with it while we race the white car. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I've been faster with an 8.2 deck 363 than I have with a 9.5 deck 427. Yeah, 363 is, I'm kind of more leaning towards the, Mark, I'm kind of leaning more towards the like production block / budget style, the advantages and disadvantages. And we're going to talk about some of the mechanical advantages of the 351. We'll kind of revisit that. I love doing that. You know what I mean? I had a hard time pulling a trigger on a 351 block when I thought about all the fitment issues, changed the trailer, taller deck. I went 363, and hopefully that's where I scratched that. That's right. Well, 360, listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. 363 is end game for 8.2 deck stuff. I mean, it's really like the pinnacle of, it's a badass motor, period. There's a reason why I got one. There's a reason why I run a 408. There's a reason why I got a 351 30 over block sitting over there on the floor. I got parts. I got extra shit laying around. We're going to do some stuff with it. You know what I mean? I'm really considering, you guys remember the 30 over pistons, the rods that we bent on the 351 a couple years ago. I'm really considering building a stock bottom end 30 over 351 with the Windsor. Remember the junk in the trunk video where we found those Windsor heads, those like ported out Windsor heads. I mean, they're cast iron, but whatever.
I'm seriously thinking about throwing a little budget thing together, a little old school budget thing together, and throwing it in cousin Paul's car, like NA. You know, we'll figure it out. So, but anyways, guys, a couple minutes here went over. I didn't expect to give away a bunch of shit, but I like giving back to the channel. You guys give to me, I give back. It's the way it is. It's what we do. About halfway through the year, we probably will be doing Fox Days of Christmas. I only bring that up because the Malwood pedal assembly came from Fox Days of Christmas 2022. So I'm gonna be hitting up some of my sponsors soon. Some of the brands that we carried last year. Not going to be a 35 gift giveaway. I'm not doing that again. That was a logistical shipping nightmare. So, anyways, we will be giving away some good shit at the end of the year for Christmas. You guys know those videos aren't for, those videos don't do well as far as views are concerned, but I get tons of content and tons of interaction. That's all I care about is actually, giving back to the community. So we're going to start doing a list. If you guys remember the table, I had a bunch of red. It's funny that the red marker is literally stained into this table. Like it sat in the rain the whole weekend in Michigan and it's still there. I mean, it's not even smeared. It's crazy. So we'll fill this side up 2023 of some ideas and stuff that we can give away for Christmas. So that's coming up very soon. So nope. So, all right, guys. That's pretty much all I got for you for the live stream. I appreciate, congratulations to the guys who won a little bit of merch and the banners. You guys, get your shit off the jack stands. You guys know what we're doing here. Got a turbo. We got a turbo that's smoking like a train once we get, once we get it fired up in the black car. So I'm going to be tearing the turbo apart. You guys are going to be able to see the internals and see kind of how easy it is to rebuild it. We're going to get it back on the black car, and we're actually going to go to the dyno and see what that little turbo can make. I mean, it's not going to be for a long period of time because we're putting the 387 in anyways. But regardless, like I said, it's get your cars off the stands, boys. Make a plan, make it happen, and appreciate you, Mark, for stopping in. Appreciate you, Mike. Just want to say thank you for the special delivery. Hell yeah, brother. I might be part of that Fox Days of Christmas again. Hell yeah, Lamar. I mean, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, he probably makes some of the best wood art, Fox body stuff I've ever seen. So, got 3 videos coming up this week. I got to get caught up. I only gave you one last week. We had a pretty fire live stream today. Last but not least, want to say thank you to Super Dave for the $20 super sticker, Pimpovic for the super chat, Fox 408 $5 super sticker, Fox 408 for the $2 super sticker, and Murphy's Law for the $5 super sticker. Guys, I appreciate everything you've done to the channel tonight. It'll help me get this shipping out. It'll help me do little things for the channel and keep things rolling. But I just appreciate all you guys for what you've done to the channel, by just watching it. You know what I mean? So get your shit off the jack stands. Make a plan, guys. Families first. Got to work. Got to make money. But driving these Fox bodies, it's July. It's second week of July. If you ain't drove your Fox body lately, you probably should, man. Hell, I don't care what car you got at that point. You put all that money and time and effort into it. Let's make it happen, boys. But anyways, looking forward to the videos. I appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to putting together some of my videos this week. It is what it is. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon this week in the videos. Look forward to talking to you guys right here on live next Sunday. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in.